So I think it goes without saying that Battle for Neighborville has a lot of outfits. This game was made with outfits in mind, so obviously there should be a lot of customization, right? Well, that's the topic for today's video. I'd like to cover everything that involves outfits, from the total amount of them to how many of them there are in Rux, as an example. There's nothing else I really need to add in this intro, so let's get right into it. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So if you guys have watched my videos for a few weeks now, then you've probably seen my prize map video. By the way, if you have not seen that video yet, I recommend you check it out. In that video in particular, I did something pretty interesting. I made a spreadsheet compiling every item in every prize map. And I bet you guys now see where I'm going with this. I did it again, just with outfits instead. Now I bet you're seeing this and you're probably a bit confused, so allow me to run through what you need to know. First of all, the first category is the characters. So I started with plants in the order of where they appear in the character changing booth. And then I did the same with the zombies. This was done in order to make things a bit easier to understand. The next row is the character's total costumes. So as an example, Pea Shooter has 7 costumes in total, and that's the number shown here. Along with that, the next 4 rows also show the exact rarity of the Pea Shooter costumes. And as shown here, Pea Shooter has 3 legendaries, 1 super rare, 2 rares, and a common. Now I did make a rule for counting outfits, and the rule is simple. If it was obtainable at some point, it counts. Which means that every single unused outfit will not be included in this list. But if they were included, they would only increase the total of outfits by about 9 or so. Now, this was where I was originally going to stop, but then I ultimately decided that I wanted more data. So I threw in 3 extra rows: Rux exclusives, prize maps, and unavailable on Switch. These are all pretty self-explanatory, but I do want to briefly talk about the last row. Not many people really know this, but on my TikTok I actually made a video talking about outfits that were not available on Switch, including the pre-order bonuses, as I felt like they should count since they're no longer obtainable. But because that initial video kind of flopped, I figured I'd throw that data into this video. So now that we have all of our data, let's start answering some questions about these outfits. So, let's start with the question that's in the thumbnail. How many outfits does BFN have? Well, this answer may shock you, but it's 143. Now, if you're like me, then seeing this number might be surprising. It feels like BFN only really has about a third of that, but no, BFN really has 143. You can tell because I triple checked my math across the board. Another question that can be answered is another number-based question. How many outfits does BFN have that are exclusive to Rux? The answer is 42, though technically it could also be 44. The only reason it would count as 44 is because of the Season's Eatings bundle, which contains 2 outfits. I don't really think these outfits would count, but then again, they do cost money. So I suppose they could count, but I'm leaving the number at 42 anyways. I'll quickly answer a couple of more questions. How many outfits are prize map exclusive? The answer is 36, but not for the reason you might think. As I discussed in my prize map video, there was one prize map that had 4 outfits, Summer Days, and another prize map, Lucko the Zombie, has only 2 outfits. So the number ends up being 36 anyways. The last major question I want to cover is the total amount of unobtainable BFN Switch outfits. That number is 6, though it could also be 4 as well, if you don't count the pre-order bonuses. So those were the questions I wanted to answer straight away, but we can obviously discuss way more with this data. So let's go over some outfit statistics. First of all, Chomper has the most outfits in the game with a staggering 10. The characters with the least amount are Deadbeard and Wizard, who just have 5. The character with the most legendary outfits is Superbrains, who has 4. The characters with the lowest amount are Foot Soldier and Deadbeard, who both unfortunately have 0. The characters with the most Rux exclusives are Citron, Wizard, and Foot Soldier. And along with that, the character with the least is Pea Shooter, who doesn't have a single Rux outfit. Next up is prize maps. The characters with the most amount of prize map outfits are Chomper and Superbrains, who have 4. The characters with the least amount are All-Star, Deadbeard, and Electric Slide, who have 0. And last but certainly not least, I threw in one more little stat. The character with the most amount of Rux legendaries is Citron, who has 3 completely unique outfits. Pretty impressive if you ask me. One final thing I want to go over is poor Deadbeard. I know it's quite a topic change, but I mean, look at the data. He has almost no costume variety. He's the only character in the game who has just his 3 base outfits in Rewardatron and 2 additional Rux outfits. No prize map outfits, no bundle outfits, and no extra love from the developers. It makes me pretty sad, I won't lie. But I think that just about wraps up the video. I tried throwing in everything that I thought was interesting, but maybe I missed something. If that's the case, let me know in the comments down below. I'd also like to hear what you guys think about this data in general. Last but certainly not least, if you're new around here and you like what you see, then drop a like, maybe even subscribe and join a Discord server. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.